And we're back from our daily crash. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, this didn't do what I needed it to do. So let's see. We're going to get... We're going to do... 2,000. Yeah, it just rolled us back just a minute, but not bad. Hey, what's up, Wiley Fox? No, but I get into like a little kind of a little zone with it though. Like there's kind of a meditation to it. Hey, did you get my my whisper on here on Twitch by any chance? Yeah, I've come pretty close before, but usually I'll catch it and log out, but gotcha. Well, what I whisper to you, I'll just tell you now. I got your friend request on Xbox Live on my on my gamer tag, and like since they changed the system a while back, like it used to like now it's like all it does is it gives you that notice, and I habitually clear those. So I saw where you added me as a friend, and I cleared it, and then I went to go add you as a friend, and you didn't show up anywhere else on my list. Would you mind sending me just like a message on Xbox Live? Just just say yo or something, just so I've got, because I tried searching your name and I couldn't find you. And I'll add you as well. I wonder what this glitching I'm getting is. This can't be good. Awesome, got it. Yeah, that's why. I will add you when I get done with this stream. Thank you very much, sir. Run back up. So you remember this thing I dug last week to stick my my bedroll in for the the unknown precaution as to whether it'll help with the MD5 error? Well, in a pinch, I ran out of stuff to do at night because I'm maxed on tools and weapons, and I'm working on gunsmithing. But right now, I'm trying to get a real base built, and I'm low on stuff, so this tunnel doubles as a mine now. It's an interesting glitch. Oh yeah? Like trolling where? Like were you streaming or were you playing? That's pretty funny. Was this on Xbox? That's crazy. What, were you playing like an open game? Well, how do they get in there long enough to get all that stuff together? Because I mean, if you're the game host, you're like at a distinct advantage, no? Like, cause like I don't know, is there any way to like reconnect to one of those once you've been on it? I mean, I've only screwed around with it. I've never really played those. Oh, okay. How does that work? How do you? I don't even know how you. Wouldn't even begin to know how to do one of those. I started one once as the host and like played a day or two, but I couldn't. I didn't care for the 60-minute days, and you can't change the options on that I was able to find, so I didn't stick with it. Party chat? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Oh yeah, not right now, dude. Not while I'm streaming, but I'll hook up with you afterwards, though. This is gonna take a bloody age and a day. Okay, you got 4,000. You need 3,000. So make another 1,000 crushed sand. Yeah, there. Like maybe some other time, because like I'm not sure if I have all that enabled and whatnot, and I'm probably gonna. We had a crash at like midnight or so, 1 a.m. or something, so I'm gonna kind of go a little further than I normally go, and I'm gonna stop this here in a little bit, but I'll hook up with you in a minute. It's just because I don't know how if I've got all that configured and whatnot, and I put all these on YouTube also, even though it's just us here, so it's probably not going to make any sense if they can only hear one person in the chat, you know, that kind of thing. It's not that I don't want to chat with you, and not that I don't want to chat with you on stream either, but... Right, but it randomly match makes you, right? I mean, there's no way to pick a game, is there, that I've ever seen? Do a little math. Oops. So 33 minutes. I'm just gonna wait for this. I want to go. I want to get out the door, but it's like I need this concrete, and I need to get this running before I leave. Oh wait, I'm not gonna be able to get it running when. Son of a bitch! It's gonna be like another 5 minutes. What can we do for 5 minutes? Pardon my language. No, it's gonna be another 2 minutes because I only have enough sand for 2,000 or enough stone for 2,000. So there we go. Right. Yeah, I got all that. And then you do public open game. And then, but I've never, like when joining one, I've never had an option to join a particular game, is my point. Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. But give me like, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get to a stopping point in this, and then we'll do a party chat. So 900. Well, now why am I short? Jesus. Oh, got you. I guess because I've never tried to join one again. I've never had that option. Like, does it automatically take you, like, what, to the last one you were in? Or if the person is online? Or... I really hope when this patch comes that we get, that multiplayer gets some loving from the develop. Like, we get some, like rented servers, or to be able to use a here we go. There. Finally. Or we can use a like an extra Xbox to host, you know. You know, like you can do with I've never played it, but I understand you can do that with Ark. Some way to give us actual servers and control of them would be fantissimo. Yeah, yeah, that's what they said. So we just should definitely be seeing some like excellent content additions, and they had better fix that damned MD5 error. If they're converting the engine, they can fix the damn MD5 error. I mean, it like completely like. You know what? I still play the game despite that bug, despite the potential of it happening, even though it still drives me crazy. I like this game I'm playing right now. I did everything differently than I normally do purely because I had just had an MD5 error and I was like, I never set up in POIs and I did it this time because I didn't want to spend, you know, 80 hours digging out a base and doing a base and then having it get nuked. And it's still to be seen as I've been getting crashes regularly for the last 2 game weeks, so I predict it's coming. But I still play the game anyway. But um, but at the same time, I completely understand people who just refuse to play the game because it's pointless if your base is going to get delivered or deleted. Excuse me. Well, they've said that for like 2 years, and I'm happy that they've pinpointed the problem and they know what the problem is. Fix the damn problem. I don't care if you know what it is or not. That's wonderful that you know what the problem is. Fix it. That's what I'm concerned about. Fix it. I mean, if you go back and read the posts where they say that they've narrowed it down and pinpointed it and figured out what they need to do about it, that was like 2 years ago. Going on 2 years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest with you. Well, I mean, cry. You know what that falls under? Cry me a river, because you've committed consumer fraud by selling a product that doesn't work basically the way it's supposed to. I mean, there's no excuse for it. You coded the fucking game, fix it. That's really what it comes down to. It would be too hard to fix it? Well, fuck you. Fix your game. That's really what it comes down to. It shows a complete, not a lack of dedication. It shows a complete disconnect from reality. I've said this a number of times on this stream, and I've said it on various forums in different places, and it's not even specifically about this game. It's getting to the point where the Federal Trade Commission needs to seriously have a look at the entire, across the board, entertainment software industry and the shoddy business practices that go on. I'm sick and tired of the excuse, oh, making software is hard, so we can sell software that doesn't work. It just doesn't it just doesn't like fly in it with any other business, any other product, in any other industry. But for some reason, it's accepted as just as the norm in entertainment software, and it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Your business being hard isn't an excuse for selling products that don't work properly. There's just simply no excuse for it. I defy anyone to name any other product or industry where this type of thing is considered acceptable. And if you want to take it a step further, it's not just considered acceptable in entertainment software. I want to put this up here. Like a lot of these companies, like their business model is centered around it. Oh, we'll just release it buggy so we can, because we've done all the marketing. Like it's just piss poor. But yes, on PC, but it's not on console. It's sold as a finished product on console. And again, it's not even about this game specifically, even though it's a really good example. This is an across the board industry wide problem. It is pervasive in the entertainment software industry, and I think it is high time that the Federal Trade Commission gives serious scrutiny to the entertainment software industry. These are not charities doing yeoman's work out of the goodness of their hearts. This is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry, printing money hand over fist by defrauding customers as a matter of course. It is routine for most of the industry to behave this way, and I find it completely unacceptable. It would not be accepted with any other product or any other industry because it's unacceptable. Yeah, I mean it's like nowhere like, well, I bought mine online, but if you want to call the Xbox, the Xbox Live whatever marketplace or whatever they call it, the packaging It was never said anywhere on the package. You know, Xbox has an early access program. It's called Game Preview. This game should be in it, but it's not. I'd like to know why that is. You know, popular consensus is that it's because it came out on console for. This was before my time, so I may be wrong about this, but my understanding is that it came out on console for PlayStation first, and PlayStation doesn't have an early access program. And since that would have cut, they wouldn't have been able to release on PlayStation, and you know, when they eventually release on Xbox, it would have cut into game sales. Damn it! I meant to go back down there. They just went ahead and just released it as a finished product, even though, I mean, the game is clearly, I mean, we're behind the alphas on PC, and it's an alpha. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's you know, and I will leave you to draw your own conclusions about the distinct lack of ethics where that is concerned. Oh, because we can't sell the game, we're going to lie about the status of the game. That's essentially what it comes down to. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this game. I want it to do well. I want the companies involved to do well. And I think it will, ultimately. But, you know, I'm 48 years old. I've been gaming since freaking Pong. I'm not, you know, and I will fanboy certain things, but, you know, intellectual honesty and consistency dictates that you call a spade, and that's just patently unethical. Might even be illegal, depending on where you're talking about. I mean, you know, what we call buggy games and incomplete games and unfinished games, as gamers, really what 9 times out of 10 amounts to is and it would be called this if it were any other product or any other industry. It's consumer fraud, is what you're talking about. Just blatant, straight up consumer fraud. That is illegal. You know, the entertainment software industry just had its big trade show and marketing event the last couple weeks, E3. You know, you can only imagine the money that was spent on having a presence at E3. Well, how many of those games are going to release in complete shit condition? Complete shit would be a stretch. I would bet complete shit probably 20%. With serious problems, including the complete shit, I'd say easily half. Easily half. Multi-billion-dollar a year industry. And for some reason, they are allowed to, as a matter of course, commit consumer fraud. And I find it, as a gamer, I've been gaming for like literally 40 years at this point, and it's never been worse than the last decade. As a gamer, I find it simultaneously super frustrating, but like also remarkably fascinating. Like, how does this go on? You simply cannot name another industry that this goes on with, just as a matter of just routinely. Damn it. My cement, my concrete looking, yeah, we're looking good. I want to get this sealed up. I got a couple of dogs in here on top of me yesterday, and I want to get this. I'd like to avoid that while working on the entrance tunnel. They might wreck these blocks a little bit because of the. Well, I don't know. Maybe a little, but probably not. Actually, I won't even finish this because I want to. What I will do. Go back down. I've got steel on me. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to be judicious about it. I have a sneaking suspicion these aren't going to make it. Maybe. No, I think they will. Actually. Any holes? Any holes? No. Just this one. And this is going to be our way in and out for now. Beautiful. Foundation of the main base is done. I've got to lay this out up here. I want to finish the entrance tunnel first. Which means I got to finish out that tunnel, pull these frames, lay a dirt block or something, or maybe maybe I'll just leave these frames and just finish them in wood, and then no, I'm not going to do that actually, because this I'm going to extend this out to about I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks out and put ramps around it, and then the rest of this will be dirt up to the hatch will be here-ish somewhere. That'll probably be the hatch right there, and then I'll have a similar kind of deal around that. But it's coming along. It's not bad considering I started this with virtually no rock. I think I had 3,000 concrete left from the last time I made concrete, which was no big deal. And I've been kind of alternating mining at night and working on this during the day, and it's been kind of eking it out, but it's been working. And I got a bunch of concrete, so that's cool. I should be in good shape with that other 2,000 being made as we speak. Should be in excellent shape actually. I don't know that I'll finish it on these loads, but another night or two of mining. Nah, it wasn't bad. I collapsed the big hole. It was it took 10 minutes. I just had to dig little tunnels through it and then just collapse it. I use frames, as you can see. I use frames for everything, so I keep everything straight and whatnot. I did go too deep on the foundation over here. I had to fill in basically a block of dirt all the way around, which took a little bit, but nah, it was an afternoon of digging the outline, and then another better part of a day just getting the rest of it out, and then framing it up, but this is nice because now I don't have to worry about dogs coming in. I do have to worry about them beating on these blocks since there are no ramps out here yet, but I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. Generally, unless they get caught on something, which they could, but generally, unless they get caught on something, they'll just hop right over it, trying to get to you, and then they can't do anything if they're, if the rest of it's flush. So a crawler might beat on it, but like I said, if I get any kind of aggro and you'll hear them, and I'll just pop out and deal with them. I just don't need dogs dropping on me and bleeding me and diseasing me. I almost died down here yesterday from that, just because I wasn't, it was the last. I was sitting here thinking about my design. It was the last thing I expected, even though I, always half expect something like that to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of took me by surprise at that particular moment, but yeah, I'm very pleased with it so far. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I've never used this base design before, but we'll find out. Crackpot Texas loves it. I'm doing things differently on this playthrough, so I thought it was an opportune time to try out his little horizontal pole design, since I didn't feel like doing my my drop pit so soon after I just did it twice and lost one of them to the MD5 error a couple weeks ago. So it's been fun. It's been fun trying out new stuff, and this is one of them, and it's coming along. But in any case, I usually stop the stream like around 3:30 in the morning, but to avoid crashes. But we had a crash right before that, so I didn't want to just stream for 10 minutes. To finish up the day. So I'm going to stop this here and take a break take care of a couple of things. Got to get some stuff ready for a little Father's Day celebration this evening, and I'll be back on here in a bit. I'm not sure exactly when, but thanks for joining, guys. Sorry if I offended anyone with my rant before. It's just something I've been on about for a few years. Not so much about this game, but just the industry in general. It needs to be cleaned up, and if they can't clean up themselves, someone needs to clean them up because what goes on is just unacceptable, in my opinion. And just the scale of it, the fact that it goes on, across the entire industry as a matter of routine. It's unacceptable in my opinion. And I've watched it the entire step of the way from you know from since the 80s basically, and it's never been worse than in the last decade. And they're just absolutely brazen about it. It is as if the people in, like the companies in this industry are having a contest to see who can pull like just like who could demonstrate like having the biggest brass balls of all of them and see what they can get away with. It's just crazy. But anyway, so that's my rant about that. But thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon.